Let's be honest. When a woman starts slipping away, a man always feels it first. It's that quiet shift in her tone. The way she used to text instantly now takes hours. The way she used to look at you, like you were her world, now feels cold, distracted, almost empty. You can sense it, but you keep hoping you're wrong. You keep telling yourself, she's just tired. She's just busy. Things will go back to normal, but deep down, something inside you knows. She's not coming back the same. Brother, I'm not here to make you hate women. I'm here to make you wake up. Because one of the hardest lessons every man has to learn is this. Sometimes, the woman you love the most becomes the very reason you start losing yourself. You stop sleeping. You start questioning your worth. You find yourself apologizing just to keep the peace, even when you did nothing wrong. And you tell yourself it's love, when in reality, it's slow self-destruction. Every man reaches a point where love turns into pain, and holding on does more damage than letting go. So in this video, I'll show you 5 painful but powerful signs it's time to let her go. Not to become bitter, but to finally find peace. Because the truth is, sometimes the only way to save your soul is to walk away from what your heart still wants. Before we go deeper, do me a small favor, like this video, subscribe, and let's help more men wake up to the truth that can save them years of confusion. Now let's begin. 1. When you stop recognizing yourself. This is where it begins, slowly. You start adjusting your tone so she doesn't get mad. You start apologizing for things you didn't even do wrong. You start walking on eggshells just to keep the peace. And before you know it, you've become a stranger in your own life. You used to have direction, hobbies, confidence. Now, everything revolves around her moods, her approval, her silence, her next reaction. That's not love, brother. That's slow self-erasure. A relationship is supposed to make you more of yourself, not less. If you find yourself drained, anxious, and over-explaining your every move, it's not a relationship anymore. It's emotional survival. And here's where most men fail. They confuse attachment for love. They think if they try harder, she'll finally see their worth. But the truth is, the more you lose yourself trying to keep her, the less she'll respect you. Letting her go isn't giving up. It's remembering who you were before she made you forget. And once a man starts losing himself, the next sign always follows. Disrespect. 2. When she becomes very disrespectful. Disrespect doesn't always show up loud. Sometimes it starts subtle, a tone of voice, a smirk when you speak, rolling her eyes when you express yourself. Then it grows. She ignores your boundaries, talks over you, mocks your dreams, compares you to others. She stops speaking to you with warmth and starts speaking at you with irritation. That's not stress, that's detachment. When a woman stops respecting you, everything else starts dying. Attraction, intimacy, even communication. Because respect is the backbone of love. Without it, everything collapses. You can't teach respect through begging or chasing. You reclaim it through distance. And that's what most men don't realize. The more you tolerate disrespect, the more you train her to deliver it. You let her go not because you stopped loving her, but because you love yourself enough not to live where you're disrespected. But here's where things get painful. When she stops caring completely. That's when you'll feel the shift in her attention. 3. When she no longer seeks your attention. There's a deep silence that hits before the breakup ever happens. She used to light up when you entered the room. Now she scrolls her phone while you talk. She laughs harder at her texts than your jokes. She used to fix her hair around you. Now she doesn't even notice your presence. You can feel it. Her energy is elsewhere. When a woman stops seeking your attention, it means she's no longer emotionally invested. She's detached, but doesn't want to confront it yet. She might still say, "I love you," but her actions whisper something else entirely. And here's what's worse. Most men start chasing harder. They try to make her notice, to remind her of how things used to be. But love can't be revived through effort alone. Once her heart checks out, your effort starts looking desperate instead of devoted. You have to understand this. When a woman no longer looks to you for emotional connection, admiration, or validation, she's already living emotionally single. And that's why this point matters even more. Because the moment she no longer sees you as her emotional center, she's already preparing to replace you in her mind. But here's the part most men ignore. When she says she needs a break, that's not confusion. That's closure in disguise. 4. When she says she needs a break. When a woman says she needs a break, she's not confused. She's rehearsing her exit. You hear the words and hope it's temporary. But in reality, she's already halfway gone. Because here's the truth most men don't want to face. When she says she needs space, she's not trying to fix the relationship. She's trying to escape it without guilt. She doesn't want to hurt you, so she hides behind gentle phrases like, "I just need time to figure things out." It's not you, it's me. I just need to find myself again. But brother, pay attention to the pattern. She wants distance, but not detachment. She wants freedom, but not closure. She wants to see what else is out there while still keeping you on standby in case her new reality doesn't work out. That's not confusion. That's calculation. And most men fall into the trap of waiting. They tell themselves, "She'll come back once she realizes my worth." But what usually happens? She doesn't come back. Or if she does, she's not returning out of love. She's returning out of comfort. When she says she needs a break, you don't argue, you don't beg, you don't chase. You quietly accept it, and you make it permanent. Because if a woman can imagine life without you, you should let her live it. But some women don't even bother asking for a break. They make the decision for you, through betrayal. 5. When she finally cheats. This one cuts the deepest, because it's the point of no return. Cheating isn't just about a moment of weakness. It's a full mental shift. Before her body went somewhere else, her mind already did. She detached long before she touched another man. Maybe she stopped talking to you about her day, started dressing differently, guarding her phone, or going offline more often. Those weren't coincidences. Those were rehearsals for betrayal. And here's the hardest truth. When a woman cheats, it's rarely about lust. It's about validation. She craves a feeling she no longer gets from you: attention, novelty, excitement. Instead of fixing the bond, she seeks a new one. That's not love. That's emotional cowardice. Most men stay after being cheated on because they believe in forgiveness. But forgiveness doesn't rebuild trust. It only delays heartbreak. Once she's crossed that line, the version of her you loved no longer exists. You can try to start over, but it'll never feel the same. Because deep down, you'll always question if she's lying again. And that's why you have to let her go. Not out of hate, but out of self-respect. Because when loyalty stops being mutual, staying becomes self-betrayal. But here's what you need to understand, brother. Letting go doesn't mean you've lost. It means you finally stopped fighting for someone who gave up first. Letting her go isn't a sign of weakness. It's the beginning of peace. You can't heal in the same place that broke you. You can't find yourself while constantly chasing someone who keeps running away. The truth is, the right woman won't make you beg for respect, peace, or love. She'll give it naturally. And the moment you realize that, you'll stop chasing closure and start chasing growth. So if this message hit you deep, like this video, subscribe, and share it with another man who needs to hear this. Because sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is walk away in silence.